Welcome back. So as I had mentioned in the previous episode, we are talking about various ways to reduce your tax liability and thereby how you can increase your take-home salary. So today we are going to talk about house rent allowance, HRA. Okay. So there is a component in your salary called house rent allowance. And now we are going to throw some light on how much of house rent allowance can be tax exempt. Okay. So as per the current guidelines, whichever is the least out of these three options is what you can claim as house rent allowance from a tax exemption standpoint. So the three options are: one is the actual amount that has been allotted by your employer as the HRA. Second option is the actual rent that you're paying minus 10% of the basic salary, which is part of your compensation structure. The third option is if you are residing in a metropolitan city, then 50% of the basic salary. And if you are residing in a non-metro city in India, then 40% of the basic salary. Out of these three, whichever amount comes out to be the least, that's what you can claim as house rent allowance. And that's what is going to be deducted from your taxable income. Okay. Now with this, there are certain FAQs, frequently asked questions also, which we would want to clear in this short episode. There's a question, okay, if I'm staying with my parents, can I be eligible to pay rent to my parents and collect a receipt for my HRA claim? The answer to that is yes, you can. However, you cannot do that with your spouse. Okay, you can't show that you are paying rent to your spouse and show that as an HRA exempt. Okay, it is only applicable if you're staying with your parents. The other asked questions are: if the annual rent is more than a certain limit, do I have to produce the PAN card of the landlord? Yes, the current guidelines say if your annual rent is more than 1 lakh rupees in a year, then you mandatorily have to produce a copy of the landlord's PAN card, to kind of secure yourself from any kind of tax liabilities. Okay. The other questions that you might have is, can I claim HRA for two houses that I'm renting? The answer is no. Okay, you can't. You can only claim HRA for one house. The other possible question is, does maintenance charges also, include in part of the HRA component? The answer is no. Okay, is electricity charges included in the HRA benefit that you can claim? The answer is no, you cannot. Okay, and as I had mentioned, you have to produce the landlord's PAN as a documentation if your annual rent is more than 1 lakh. How do you claim the benefit under this section? You have to produce rent receipts while claiming your house rent allowance exempts. Okay, so these are the short points that we had on the area of how you can use house rent allowance as a tax exempt, thereby reducing your tax liability and increasing your monthly take home salary. I hope this short video has been useful to you. Thank you so much for listening in. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more useful videos like these. Thank you so much. Bye bye.